Hello traders and welcome to the market opening preview, July 16th on a Thursday, 2015. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you live from Pattaya, Thailand. Cloudy skies, windy and white-capped waters. Looks like we're going to get some rain today, traders. But that's okay, it's a good day to trade Forex in the rain. Traders, remember this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Today's great to be around, and we got a lot to talk about today. Got a lot of data coming out today. We have some numbers to give you. And before we do that, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the Market Opening Preview Series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I started trading in 2006. In 2008, I retired from a wonderful career at the Public Safety Department out of the great state of Florida. Traders came to Thailand 9 days later. Well, it's 2015, and that was in 2008, and I'm still here. Absolutely love trading the Asian markets. Well, I love trading the Forex markets, but I love trading in Asia because of the time zone, and I could actually trade all three trading sessions and still get a good night's rest. I'm going to do about 2.5 hours of New York, though, as I trade another instrument. So traders, what can I say? I trade every day. I'm in front of my charts. I'm listening to fundamentals. I have a live news feed that runs all day long. It's a 24/7 news feed. It's called Trade the News. I highly recommend you look into that. And I look for opportunities with probabilities on my side, potentially to win my trades. Traders, I do lose trades. If somebody tells you they are winning every single trade, please run in the other direction. They are lying to you. Trust me, everybody loses trades. That's just part of the way it works. Welcome to trading, whatever instrument you trade. All right, let's get the legal stuff out of the way. We've got a lot to talk about today. This is our risk disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex markets. Traders, probably the most important thing to remember is please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. That's because we lose trades. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, let's move on over to news. Oops, sorry about that, traders. Let's move over to news and commentary. Let's take a look at our economic calendar. We've got quite a full one today. Before that, let's take a look at the indices. I just happen to have them right in front of me. Red on the U.S. session looks like the U.S. 30 closed negative 0.02%. S&P 500 barely negative 0.07%. The NASDAQ was negative 0.12%. So pretty red there in the U.S. as they closed the New York session. Going over to the Eurozone, the DAX closed up 0.20%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed up barely at 0.07%. The CAC 40 out of Paris closed up 0.29%. The Eurostoxx 50 out of Frankfurt closed in the green at 0.46%. Traders, let's come on over to Asia and let's take a look at those markets. Remember, these countries are currently trading now as all markets are open in Asia. The Nikkei 225 is up 0.49%. The S&P ASX 200 out of Australia is up 0.68%. And the Shanghai out of Shanghai is up 0.42%. The Hang Seng is negative 0.38%, with the Kospi in the green at 0.22%. All right, that gives us our indices and our numbers. So let's move along now and look at what's going on in the economic calendar. Got quite a full day today in the economic situation in the calendar. So we have the Bank of Japan's monthly report comes out sometime this it's going to be 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. 15 minutes after the London Open, we have the Swissy retail sales year on year. That's a high impact news alert. And later on, remember we have the Eurogroup meetings are still going on today. The Euro at London lunch has its minimum bid rate. The CAD has nothing. The Euro has an ECB press conference. That is going to be interesting, as that is 1 hour before the New York Stock Exchange opens with their unemployment claims out of the U.S. So that means ECB President Draghi will be speaking today. Also in New York today, we have Fed Chair Yellen continues her testimony to the subcommittee today. And also we have Philly Fed Manufacturing Index today. So quite a busy day as far as our economic calendar on a Thursday. Commentary. What's my commentary? They projected it yesterday, and I was pretty surprised at it. The Greek Parliament passed this um, referendum that that the public voted 62.7% to not have. However, they passed it, and it was passed yesterday, so we'll see what happens. Now we'll see what the Eurozone does and see if they accept it, and we'll see what goes on. Um, just watch your trades and just be careful because you never know when a comment's going to come out. Kind of interesting to see if Prime Minister of Greece steps down. Rumor had it yesterday that he might step down after it passed Parliament, so we'll see what happens there. If that happens, man, we're in a mess because that means they got to go through elections, get a new Prime Minister, probably close Parliament, do a new Parliament. I mean, it just sounds like a disaster to me. But we'll see what happens. It's always interesting, as we can say. So we got 6 currency pairs to take a look at. Let's get started. These are 60-minute Forex charts. Traders, that means that every single candle on the chart is 1 hour in duration. All right, let's get started as we usually do with the euro dollar. The euro dollar, nice bearish move yesterday, actually hit our take profit yesterday, late in the day, late in New York. However, today we got a little bit of a different situation. We're down at support now, and we want this to pull back to the 1.1000 area, and we want to take that down. That's like right below the daily pivot point, and we'll take that back down, but we need some sort of a pullback. I sure do not want to be selling at support. Remember, we sell at resistance and we buy at support. So we're going to take this trade from the 50% Fibonacci level, and then we're going to take this all the way down to 1.0934, and we'll take profit there, which is now currently at current price action, currently at support. It's tried to break this 3 times and it has not been able to, so I'm expecting a bounce here. And it is below the daily S1 pivot. It's not even close to the daily S2 pivot, so that's of no concern to us. And the 200 exponential moving average is above the daily pivot point, so that is also not going to concern us as far as today's trade goes. We just need our pullback and take it to the downside. Let's look at the pound dollar. Pound dollar did exactly the same as it did the day before. It jumped up to resistance. It's at resistance again. So we basically have the same trade plan, just different numbers. So I'm looking for this to come back down to the daily pivot point at 1.5575, and we'll take this back up to 1.5653. It's a nice 75 pip trade, and we'll take it back up to resistance. Don't know if it's going to work, and I don't know if this just might fall off the cliff here and just continue to drop. If it takes out that top yellow line and gives it a retest, then that comes support. You can buy it from there, and that's before the daily R1 pivot. So I'm expecting this to fall back down and then continue to the upside, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes today. No data out of the Great British Pound of any concern today, so this might end up just being sideways on a Thursday, which would be unusual, because Thursday is usually a very good active trading day. All right, let's go over to the Aussie dollar. Crazy Aussie, bearish. I picked this one out perfect yesterday. It did exactly what I wanted it to do. It dropped like a rock. We're currently at support. We need a pullback, folks, and we need a pretty healthy one. I want to pull back to this 38.2 Fibonacci level at 0.7424, and then we're going to sell this. Now, you can see that magenta line there with the D pivot, so that's our daily pivot right there. So you're going to get a bounce there. Look left of the chart. You can see that price has reacted to that price area in the past, so you're going to get a bounce there. However, you're going to be well into profit by that time, and you'll be break even, so it'll be a free trade. And so if it bounces, and hopefully it just goes right through it and takes us down our profit area at 0.7363, which is current support now. So we're hoping this Aussie gives us a pullback and then continues to the downside. There is no more Aussie data coming out today, so this is what we have. It's going to be pretty interesting, but it's a commodity pair, and we know what happens with commodity pairs. They react to everything. All right, let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. This pair is just like all over the place. It's like every day it changes its direction, and it's very, very sporadic. So yesterday we had a down day. It worked. Today we're looking for an update. Why? The reason we're looking at an update is if you look at price action right now, you can see that we're at the 200 exponential moving average and the daily pivot point at 1.4819. I expect to bounce here. I don't expect the Euro Aussie to just blow through this and continue to the downside. So I expect to bounce here. So I want to take advantage of that, and I want to buy this with a bullish candlestick formation. And I'd probably get some sort of confirmation on the lower time frame, and I would take an entry to the upside. I want to go to that daily R1. Yes, that yellow line there is a resistance line. If you look up to the chart, prices reacted to that price level before, and it's a possibility I might get out there, depending on how many pips I'm in and depending on what the situation is. But you can expect that resistance yellow line on the chart that we're going to get some sort of a bounce in. But we want to get to the daily R1 at 1.4924. Let's take a look at the euro yen. Really pretty lackluster the last couple of days. Not a lot going on with the euro yen. Again, same situation. We're at support. Right now we're at the 200 exponential moving average. We're at the support line at 135.28. I want to get this above the daily pivot at 135.76. We'll take it up to 136.70. That's a 80-90 pip trade right there if it works. Yes, we do have a resistance line, the yellow line there, which we're going to get a bounce there, or it's going to go right through it. There's not a lot there at that price level, so we might not get a fight there. That just might go right through that. That'll be interesting to watch today. However, I'm bullish on the euro yen today, so I'm looking for this to come up. Now, what would happen if this just breaks through this 200 exponential moving average in this support area, continues to the downside? Well, if we get a retest, well, then that's resistance and we can sell it. But I don't think that's going to happen. It's tried to break this 200 exponential moving average several times. If you look on the chart, hasn't been able to do it. So I'm expecting for this to bounce, get above the daily pivot point, close, give me a bullish candle, and let's buy it. That's the trade plan for that. All right, let's take a look at the New Zealand dollar. This pair is unbelievable, just sinking like a rock. I said this 2 days ago, and it's worked out both days in a row. So basically, I just went to previous resistance. We want to pull back at 0.6592, and we'll take this and sell this down to the daily S2 pivot at 0.6495. Now this thing's on the move. Now I looked at this chart after I took the slide, and it's still moving down. So this can be interesting to see what happens. There's no data out, but this is a commodity pair, and and this reacts to anything that goes on. But this has really dropped like a rock, and I sort of forecasted that this was going to happen, and it did. So if you took my recommendations the last 2 days, you did very well, especially yesterday. Yesterday you did really well if you took my trade plan yesterday. This thing just dropped just beautifully. All right, that wraps up our 6 currency pairs. Trades on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence Trading. All right, thank you for joining me on a Thursday, July 16th, 2015. Trades, if you would come and visit our site at fxclearing.com for your trading solutions. It's a great website. It's got a lot of information, great economic calendar. It's a lot of education and a lot of things you can do. So go check it out. It's worth your time. Traders, have a great trading day, and always remember to trade smart and not hard. Traders, till tomorrow, take care, have a great Thursday, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.